Why dozens and dozens of people are volunteering their time and talents to help a little boy who most of them don't even know. Next.
Good vibes are on the way.
I love the feel-good stories.
Oh, there'll be sarcasm mixed in, but that just adds to her charm.
So great. I love listening.
Welcome to Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency.
Hi, welcome back to Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency. I'm Aaron. It is so great to have you here. I was scrolling social media a couple weeks ago, and I came across this beautiful story of a town in Idaho and how just complete strangers have been coming together for this one little boy named Emmett. What he has inspired really brings to life the whole "it takes a village" theory. And I am so honored to introduce you to Emmett's mom and his grandpa. All the way from Idaho, this is Raymond and Melina. And I read a beautiful story about your son, Melina, Emmett, who is, oh my gosh, I just wanted to hug him when I saw the story because he just looks like the sweetest little boy. When he was born, he only weighed 1 pound, 8 ounces. Oh my gosh. Tell us a little bit about Emmett and how we got here.
Yeah, so Emmett was born at 25 weeks and 6 days, and he was on a vent for a long time in the NICU, and just the trauma of all of that led to something called periventricular leukomalacia. So bubbles formed in the ventricles in his brain, and that caused cerebral palsy, epilepsy, and an intellectual disability. He spent 4 months in the NICU. Now he's 5, almost 6, and he's doing great things. He's in physical therapy, occupational therapy, feeding therapy, speech therapy, and is making great gains, but he still doesn't walk. He uses a gait trainer and can walk around school, but he can't get upstairs, really walk around our house very much. And he has a special bed, and we call it our PICU room in his room. Like, he's got a CPAP machine, a CPT vest that shakes up his lungs to make sure that nothing settles when he gets sick, and suction, oxygen, like all of these things to make sure that he's comfortable, sleeps well, doesn't get sick. But it's all crammed in our office downstairs because that's the only room we had downstairs. And we don't have a bathroom down there. So he's now tallest 5-year-old I've ever seen and weighs like 45 pounds. So carrying him up our stairs has become less safe. So he currently gets all of his showers and baths in our kitchen sink.
Which he's got to be getting way too big for as well.
Yeah, it's only sustainable for so long,
Yeah.
and it lacks a certain dignity.
Of course.
So we were talking with my dad, who's a general contractor, a while back, a couple of years back at this point. We were like, how do we get a room downstairs for Emmett and all of his stuff? The idea of it was really exciting. The cost of it, however, was
Not as exciting. Yes.
not as exciting, for sure, especially as I had our second child, our daughter, and she also had a 2-month stay in the NICU and has a metabolic condition. So she can't really go to daycare right now. And so I am not working at the moment. So
This is not a good time to take out a loan.
yeah. So through a lot of prayer and encouragement from people close to us, we decided to set up a GoFundMe to see what we could get, with the plan of using our own savings and maybe taking out like a home equity loan to fill out the rest.
Now, did you have this house before you had Emmett?
No, we got this house when Emmett was about 1, with the hope that he would be able to walk up the stairs. And then that just didn't become the plan, or is not yet the plan for him.
It will be. They all get there in their own time. My kiddo
Yeah.
didn't start walking until he was 8.
He is all of a sudden trying to crawl, which is something we're like, he's just probably never going to crawl. But I think he wants to beat his sister to it. He's like, no way is she beating me to crawling.
So you did this GoFundMe. You kind of had to be pushed into that a little bit.
Yeah, we've had so much support through Emmett's life. My sister started to GoFundMe when he was born just to help cover the cost of medical bills and being out of work and all of these things. So much support from church, family, just friends, that asking for one more thing just was hard.
But people want to help. And that's the beautiful thing about all of this is you see how much people want to help.
Yeah, it has been really beautiful and really encouraging.
So what came of the GoFundMe page that led us to where we are now?
Well, the GoFundMe raised 30,000, a little bit over, with donations from other people who didn't want to send it through GoFundMe. But really, I think what's been the most exciting is my husband works in wholesale plumbing supplies. So he sells to plumbers. And he was talking to a plumber friend of his, and he was like, hey, if Consolidated, where he works, donates the supplies, the plumbing supplies, I'll do the plumbing for free. Like, my guys and I will do the plumbing. And then my dad took that and was like, well, hey, I'm just going to start asking different tradesmen if they're interested in getting in on this project.
Pick up that baton now, Dad, because I can't wait to hear about this.
Yeah. So, when we were first talking about it, she's like, can we do this? And let's take the step of getting some plans. And so I brought out a draftsman that I work with and walked the property, talked about what we want to do, and got some plans drawn up that everyone was happy with. Maximizing the space in the backyard to make this space as big as possible for his sleeping, for his equipment, his therapy needs, all those things. And so we got the plans done, and those kind of happened about the same time we got the plans as we set up the GoFundMe. We had already kind of put a cost together on what we thought, with my labor, with friends' labor, with the knowledge we had, what can we do to get this built, and then hire the trades out that, like, I'm not going to do electrical, I'm not going to do plumbing, everything else I can do, but hey, I'm a general contractor, I'm not the craftsman. And so I work with all kinds of great craftsmen. As this started rolling, we heard from the plumber. It's like, and he's the plumber that I use on all my remodels and things. My phone just rang one day. It's like, hey, my brother does this, and he knows Melina's mother-in-law's teacher, or she's a teacher, and she works with him. All this. So I ended up getting a call from this guy, and he's like, hey, we'll excavate everything. And I actually own a landscape company, so we're going to tear the yard up to get this done, and we'll landscape it all when we're done.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And then the next day I got a call from somebody, and he's like, hey, we will do all the concrete work. We'll pour the foundation for our cost. And then we find out, well, the concrete will probably get donated. That's when it was like, wow, we've got excavation. We've got guy that will pour the foundation. We've probably got the concrete for free. The plumbing's going to get put in for free. And so I was working on another remodel, and every time I was there with one of my craftsmen, I'm like, hey, I'm doing this project for my grandson. And they're like, hey, I'm in, I'll help. I want to do it. And a lot of times I couldn't even get the whole story out. And they're just like, I'm in, I want to do it. We need projects like this where people can come together in a nation that can be so divided on so many things. We want to see people coming together, and I would love to be part of this. I mean, I could list them. There's about 14, from, again, excavation, foundation, concrete, framing, electrical, plumbing, drywall, painting, roofing, insulation. Even my supplier for lumber and materials, they're like, we're going to do what we can, so I know the doors and windows have been donated and such. So
this makes you cry. It's just,
yeah, it's been
so great.
I'm blown away that I'm in the middle of a story that I've watched many stories like this on the news all through my growing up years and my adult years, and never anticipating that I'd ever be part of something like this.
It is so beautiful. And just like you said, how you're talking to people, and that we all need a project like this where we can just come together and put anything else aside and just go for the greater good. Someone needs this. Let's do the whole it takes a village thing and really get it done. This was all word of mouth. You're talking to somebody who's talking to somebody else. That's how this part of it all came about.
Yeah, through the GoFundMe and just personal contact with certain people. Yeah.
Melina, you must be blown away. I mean, I'm crying and I'm just meeting you. I can't imagine the love that you must feel, that outpouring of community and support. I love that for you.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been overwhelming in the best way. And even at church or at therapy appointments or just in random places, we're now having people be like, "Hey, we saw you on the news."
Oh,
And like, that's so awesome. We're so excited for you. Or even people thanking us for sharing the story, which seems crazy to be thanked for. Really, the news story was a story about thank you to our community for coming around and doing this for our son. It's been humbling and exciting beyond words.
that's how I found you. I was scrolling through social media and I happened upon it and I went, oh my gosh, this is sweet kindness. And one of the things that you said was something along the lines of, all of these people care about my special needs son. All these people want to help him. And it is incredible. I don't even know so many of them, but they wanted to be a part of this and help my boy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, even my husband has lots of different plumbers who are like, well, if this guy backs out, then I want in next.
You have understudies ready to go. That's remarkable too.
Yeah.
The video of that little boy, I just want to squeeze him. Tell me
Yeah.
about Emmett. What is he like aside from being obviously beautiful?
Yeah. He is joy, I think is the best way to describe him. He loves laughing, and his laugh is the most beautiful laugh I've ever heard. When he gets a full belly chuckle going, it stops us. Whatever we're doing, we just have to stop and listen. Since he was in the NICU, his favorite thing has been music. It started with the Tarzan soundtrack, and he has his playlist. We have to change it up every few months. But when a song hits, because he is laughing and kicking and clapping. And when a song is no longer in his favor, you'll know because he'll throw his phone. And start screaming.
I know adults who do that.
Yeah, he's also opinionated. We don't know where he got that from. Doesn't run in the family at all.
Mm.
He loves to jump. So the best Christmas present we ever got him was this harness and bungees. And
Mhm.
we drilled these big old heavy duty eyelets into one of our doorways, and he will just jump for an hour.
Not only must that look adorable, but it's also great therapy for him.
It is great therapy for him. He likes to go out and ride his adaptive tricycle. He and his sister are forming just an adorable bond where they bug each other, but they're also watching each other and learning from each other. Emmett, he loves the wind in his face. He is starting to work with an AAC device, in a speech generating device in therapy. And the other day, his sister was crying while he was doing speech therapy. She was doing physical therapy and she started crying. And he goes through about 4 different steps to say Peyton, to tell us, hey guys, she's crying.
Oh, what a smart
And
boy.
his therapist was like, oh, how sweet. He wants someone to help his sister. And I was like, oh no, he wants someone to shut her up. But that's nice of you to think.
But either way, definitely has the name down.
And that was so exciting because I'm a former special ed teacher. I taught high school special ed for 7 years. And there's even moments where I'm like, I don't know if he can do it. This device is really complex. And he's like, no, mom, how dare you doubt me? I've got this.
It's really exciting that he is navigating that thing because it is
Mhm.
not easy.
It's not. Even when I was teaching and like trying to show my kiddos how to use it, I was like, I don't even know how to get to where you want to be.
Well, he sounds so special
Yeah.
and sweet.
Yeah. He's the sweetest.
What a miracle he is, too. What a miracle. I swear there
Yeah.
is something about special needs kids. I feel like they're angels on earth. They teach us so much. I learn from my kiddo every single day. He wakes up smiling every
Mhm.
morning. And I'm like, you know what? This is the way to live. He
Mhm.
has got it figured out. What a great outlook. Like, I'm here again. I get to
Yeah.
have another day. I need to start learning more from
Yeah.
him because it's a beautiful
Yeah.
way to live.
You get a lot of people when they meet your disabled child and they don't
Yeah.
always know what to say, especially if they've never been around people with disabilities. And I get a lot of "Ah, that's so sad," or, "Well, we'll pray for his healing." And I'm like, "That's really kind of you to want good things for my son, but we don't want his cerebral palsy gone, because to us, there was no other version of Emmett that God
Mhm.
ever planned. He is doing so much more than I have in my life impacting other people. And so, yes, there's certain things that are harder for him, but spreading joy is easy for him than it is for me. Loving people's easier for him. He's not upset with his reality, so no one else should be. What we've practiced telling people is, if you want to pray for our son's life to be easier, pray that people become more understanding. Pray that the world becomes more accessible and inclusive.
That is so well said. Oh, I'm stealing that. Is that okay if I steal that too? Because that's true. My husband has said this many times. We got Gabe because we can handle it. We can handle it. And I have always said, you know what? He's alive. I can work with alive. And I love that. If you're going to pray for anything, pray for his life, make it prayers for other people to be kind and
Mhm.
understanding and patient.
Yeah. Yeah, we say the world needed Emmett. God knew that the world needed Emmett, and we're lucky enough to facilitate that as his parents. So,
Wow, God knew what he was doing when he picked you to be the mom, I'll tell you.
thanks. I feel lucky.
Emmett is very lucky as well. He is obviously surrounded by so much love. So,
Yeah.
Raymond, this must be just a source of pride that you hear your daughter speak so eloquently about her little boy, about your grandson. What does it mean to you to have all of these people come help and want to be part of really a life changing thing for Emmett?
I've always been proud of my kids. We have 4 daughters. Our youngest is special needs, and Melina is only a year and a half older than Anna. And Melina connected with Anna right away. All the girls did, but Melina being so close in age, they just share this bond. And that's one of the reasons that Melina went into the field that she did. And so when Emmett was born and we realized this is the reality, God knew what family he wanted for Emmett. And to watch Melina and Cody raise this boy and work with this boy has just been a joy to all of us. She says Emmett brings joy. There's joy just watching her and Cody interact with Emmett and the way they care for him and love him and go to the ends of the earth to provide for him, what he needs. For me to be part of this, again, it blows my mind. I never expected to be doing what I'm doing for a living. I was a youth pastor for over 20 years. And when we decided that we were relocating to Idaho, this is what fell into my lap. And so I've just learned a lot. To have the opportunity to be part of building something for Emmett that's going to meet his needs for years and years to come has just been a blessing to us, as well as Emmett and his family is a blessing.
I can feel the love from here. So, when does this project begin?
So we had the plans drawn up in December of last year, I believe, and we submitted the plans on January 2nd of 2026. When I talked about all the people that were donating their services, when I was explaining to the draftsman what is happening with this project, he's like, hey, don't worry about the balance on those plans, which was most of it. We had paid just a small fee to get things started. And he's like, I would just love to donate the plans. The city had all these questions about, can you clarify this, which is normal when you put plans into the city. But he helped me get all those questions answered, and we got the permits. I called my excavator, and he's like, hey, we can break ground Thursday. And so we are going to break ground and get this thing rocking and rolling.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So, do you have any idea how long it may take? And you're still living in the house too, right, Melina?
Yeah, that'll be something.
With volunteer labor, we're obviously going to work around their schedules. And so when they're available to come out, but again, great guys. I love these guys, and I'm pretty confident that we're not going to see big delays and that this thing will go through, and by, summertime, and we'll be moving into his new room.
Oh, I love that. And you're going to have a bathroom downstairs.
Yeah. The plan is for it to be all tiled and that it's just going to be a roll-in shower space, so there's no transferring him aside to a shower chair, and ADA toilet, ADA counter height, just fully accessible to him as he grows and can be as independent as possible in his space.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. This
Yeah.
is the most beautiful, beautiful story. My heart exploded when I saw this video. I was like, I have got to find these people because I think your community is just spectacular. What is the name of the town that you live in so people know that a town like this really exists?
Yeah. Well, so we live in the Treasure Valley. Most people will know Boise,
Mhm.
Idaho. But we live in a smaller city called Nampa. So Nampa, Idaho, and the surrounding cities are doing this for our boy.
Yes.
God bless you all. Thank you so much, all of you who are helping. And would it be okay if, when everything is said and done, I have you guys back on to see how everything went?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
we'd love to show you some pictures.
Ah, I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I know I'm missing people. When start talking about the bathroom, my tile setter is going to come and do all the tile work for free. There's a whole nother story there that is amazing with him and his wife wanting to, how can we do more? And when I approached him and said, hey, I'm doing this project, could you help me with the tile? And it's like, Raymond, you're an answer to prayer, because my wife and I were praying about how we can give back to the community. And we just decided at the beginning of this year, we're going to do a free bathroom once a year. And how are we going to find who to do this bathroom for? And you just came to us and answered, our prayer for our first project that we want to do. And so, amazing guy, amazing story. I've had multiple painters come in and they're like, hey, we've talked with Sherwin-Williams, they're going to donate all the paint.
Oh my gosh.
My roofing guys, like my roofing supplier, will donate all the roofing. So it's been pretty spectacular. So a shout out to all the guys.
It would be an oversight not to mention a nonprofit that is partnering with us, Chair the Hope. So he broke his spine twice and is in a wheelchair, and they started this nonprofit, and they take wheelchairs throughout the world to help bring mobility to people that need it. Got connected with my dad and basically said, we can help. And with our nonprofit status, we can help make donations, tax write-offs, and we can take over the fundraising portion, and we won't take a fee like GoFundMe does. So they've been a big blessing in helping. And they've had some other connections that have helped move things along as well.
Look at all of the people and organizations that are coming together to help your sweet little boy.
Yeah.
Chairthehope.org, I think, right?
Yeah.
Chairthehope.org. Okay.
Doing a lot of good work around the world. You bet.
I'm going to check into them too, because I love anybody that's helping others like that. So important. And this person broke his back twice
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then made something incredible to help others out of it.
Yeah.
People like that are just really, really special. They show us all that what may feel like the worst thing could end up being your purpose.
Yeah.
You can just tell you're great people. And I love the fact that God has sent other wonderful people to you to help you and your boy and your family. And I wish you the absolute best of all of it. And I can't wait to see pictures and have you back on when Emmett is just cruising around his new place.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I was sitting in my house when I got your email. Actually, Melina and I may have been on a little journey, and I read it to her right there.
Mhm.
And I was like, what is happening? Our little story in our little neck of the woods in Treasure Valley, Idaho, has reached out beyond Boston. And so thank you for doing what you're doing and bringing positive light and stories into the world. We need more people like you as well.
Oh, it is an absolute joy. I love doing this so much. And I get to meet people like you. So thank you. Oh my gosh, do I love that story? It's so precious that little Emmett is bringing all of these people together to help him and his family. Melina, Raymond, thank you for your time. And I cannot wait to hear the update, maybe early summer, as to how his new room is. And I know there's going to be one story after the next of even more people stepping in to do what they can to make Emmett's life and his parents a little bit easier. So thank you for sharing this incredible story. If you know somebody who is making the world a better place, tell me about it. I would love to have them on the Feel Good Frequency. That is what this is all about. ErinO'Malley'sFrequency.com is my website. You can email me through that. It's super easy, and I promise to get right back to you. ErinO'Malley'sFrequency.com. Thank you for being here, for being part of the frequency. If you like it, you're enjoying it, tell others it exists. Thank you again. Have a terrific week. Bye.